Welcome to the ABA podcast, Anything But Average, where we're considering changing the acronym because it aligns with Brandon Ayuk. BA, that is problematic. He was problematic. We're all problematic. Looking good for the Niners in a 36-something win over the Sea Chickens. Geno Smith still leading the league in passing yards. I don't know what universe we're in. Joe Burrow is 12-2, I believe. Touchdowns to interceptions on a 1-4 Bengals squad. What do we got going in the NFL today? Hot takes? Cold takes? Any takes? Drake May starting in New England's a good place to start.
Yeah, so there's Drake May. I'm gonna let Chase, you just open this one up, man. I'm not even gonna go Drake May baby. Shit. This is
you literally had a fucking thing of Cinnabon glaze just ready to throw in the microwave for Drake May. So have it.
I mean, I'm not gonna put the expectations super high. We still have a dog shit O-line, but it's going to be fun to be able to actually watch passes that go past the 10-yard line on the line from the line of scrimmage. I'm not excited still because Alex O'Connell still sucks ass at being an offensive coordinator, so we're going to be as good as our play calling is, but I think it's going to be more exciting.
I think the other thing, too, to look at this week is going to be the fact that our boy Ramondre Stevenson is out for the week.
Yeah.
You know, what's that?
You have a serviceable backup, though. Antonio Gibson's a pro.
Gibson? Yeah.
Yep.
But,
Gibson's pretty good.
It does take that two-headed, like the whole, running back by committee, which teams love to play and love to have the availability for and put it into question.
The problem is with losing Mondre is his best trait is yards after contact.
Right.
And that is not Antonio Gibson's best traits. And our O-line sucks, and that's why Ramondre's still been able to eat. I think the ground game is going to get bottled up pretty hard this weekend. I think that we're going to see Drake run a lot because he's going to scramble. I think that it opens up
the RPO a lot more, and I think that he's going to be able to scramble more effectively than Jacoby. Jacoby's just a little bit old. I feel like this Drake is kind of a catch-22 because I don't want to, disrespect one of the better career backups that the league's seen, over the last 8 years. He's been a consummate professional. He's gone to a lot of bad situations and just held ground. He's been hit probably 300 times just this season because the O-line in New England doesn't exist. It looks like
but Drake
College
is
Sports 2003
actual
fucking football drills.
Elite athlete. Like, this is a guy who is a light version of Josh Allen if we're going to, compare skill sets. I'm not saying he's that point or anything. I'm just saying go watch some college tape. This boy can fucking run.
Well, it's like Brock Purdy, too. Like, you guys, you're talking about running and scrambling and that kind of stuff. Like, nobody knew that Brock Purdy could use his legs until this season, And so I think teams knowing that he was an athlete in college and he was able to scramble and run might actually hinder him a little bit because they'll game plan and scheme around it, So that's kind of where I see that going.
But it's just something Jacoby couldn't do at all. So
Right.
We have more weapons at our disposal.
It definitely adds, another leg onto the game, but subtracting the run game from it also hurts.
We're not winning this game. We're not winning this game. There's no chance.
Is there moral victories in football?
I'm doing this so that if Drake does some magic, I'm going to be glazing him even harder next week.
You've been glazing Drake May since day one.
I love the guy.
Speaking of Drake May,
should have probably picked Marvin Harrison Jr., but...
honestly, I'm not really sold on him. He's not the best receiver right now.
Should have taken Malik Neighbors.
No. Currently, the best rookie receiver having the best season is Brian Thomas.
He's pretty nasty over there in Jacksonville.
Look at the stats. He doesn't even need to win,
arguing with you. We don't even... Hey, nobody's arguing with you. Nobody needs to look at no stats, okay? Calm your little milkers down there, buddy.
I will say that I do believe that Malik Neighbors does have the higher ceiling, right?
And that's what I was about to say.
He's already a better player. I don't really care about a couple of different...
he's injured right now, concussion, so once he's back... I think end of the year, though, it's going to be one of those two for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then depending... they're both what? No, Jacksonville's AFC.
Yeah,
one's
they
NFC,
could both
so they
win
could
it.
respectively both win,
Well, unfortunately, you got this guy named Jaden Daniels putting up RG3-like stats.
Yeah, he's going to win MVP.
I don't think it's MVP, but definitely Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, potentially.
If the Commanders end up 12-5, there's strong consideration.
They're not going 12-5.
They're already mostly there.
Yeah, but it's their defense, too, though. You gotta, you can't... It's not like he's going out and winning those games. Like, the stats as a rookie don't fully jump off.
He's going out and not impacting the game at all.
This is gonna be a wake-up call game coming up this week for the Commanders.
Here's the
They're playing a
thing about the
real
Commanders.
complete team.
Absolutely.
I actually have that as my upset game of the week, but
that was going to be kind of my theme of this week was, complementary football. I think that the Niners, if they had a better special teams, I don't know if it's coordination, if it's players, across the board we feel like a slow team, right? But right now our defense is complementing our offense and our special teams is complementing neither. And we just need to play. And, the offense through a few weeks was not helping the defense. We had turnovers on turnovers on turnovers, and so, just getting back to complementary football. New England, I think, does it well. Washington is doing it extraordinarily well. And New England's doing it, obviously, with a lot less weapons and a lot of things, but they're making games closer than they should be and playing lockdown defense and lockdown special teams to complement the fact that they don't have the offense. We see it in Kansas City.
Number one special teams unit per PFF this season, to back your statement up about New England. And it's not even close either.
Kansas City's another good example. Their defense and special teams are keeping their offense, and Pat Mahomes, who's not having a great season, Travis Kelce, who's not having a great season, Rashee Rice, who, I guess something finally stopped.
Done for the year, too.
Something finally stopped him.
Yeah. His PCL.
It wasn't driving super fast, huh?
It wasn't the Kansas City Police Department, but somebody got him.
Isn't that the greatest irony, though? It's like Pat Mahomes accidentally tackles him and fucks him up.
Maybe Pat Mahomes is just tired of him.
You got to watch out for curly head dudes named Pat. I tell you one thing.
Maybe the Chiefs were forcing Pat Mahomes to throw to him, and Pat Mahomes was like, "Nah, dude, I got my boy Kelce right here. We got to keep the Swift effect going." And just conspiracy theory number one of the day: Pat Mahomes actually wanted to take out Rashee Rice, and that's what happened.
It was going to be forever.
Not on that way.
Or it was going to go down in flames.
Jesus.
All to get Tyreek Hill back on his team. Then I'm back on that conspiracy.
The Chiefs have a blank space baby, and they'll write Tyreek's name.
Also, just for the people who went out and got Juju and thinks Juju's going to be last week's Juju, he's not. He's still Juju. He's not good at football anymore.
You know who I want to shout out? You know who the new Juju Smith-Schuster is? You know who the new double name random receiver is? Ray McLeod. Having an incredibly consistent season for the Falcons. And since we haven't podcasted from that, I want to shout out Kirk Thuggins. Kirk Clutchins. Kirk O'Bangs. That boy is 5. He making Darnell Mooney and motherfucking Drake London look like they're WR1s. Not only in fantasy, but on the field.
That's 2 Chainz Cousins to you, okay?
Darnell Mooney unlocked.
Dude, Mooney's looking really good. Yeah, it's wild.
Half-point PPR format. If you started nothing but Falcons, 139.5 this last week, you probably would have won your matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it helps when Kirk Cousins is over 509 and 4 tutties.
Kirko going on.
Guess what? Young Hui Koo.
By the way, fun stat for the week. Kirko, I believe, is the first quarterback on 3 different teams to have a 500 passing yard game.
And now you guys know why Kyle Shanahan always wanted him.
Dude, Mike Shanahan wanted to keep him in trade RG3.
I would have too.
3 first-round picks.
Looking back at it now, come on, man. RG3, great guy. Don't get me wrong. I really like him in the booth.
Oh, yeah. Elite player, but injury was catastrophic.
But dude just did not know how to stay healthy.
He didn't have any knees.
Exactly. And, I mean, you lose one, you're pretty screwed.
Skull for knees.
Yeah.
Speaking of people dealing with dual injuries, Christian McCaffrey, man, just keep getting worse and worse knees with him. It's tendonitis in both Achilles. Goes over to Germany, sees Aaron Rodgers' doctor, maybe goes on a peyote quest over there. I'm not really sure.
Hopefully both.
Unfortunately, man, the Niners might be smarter to move away from him.
One sec, can I have one joke? Could have gone to Argentina and knocked out the German doctor and the peyote thing, but,
simultaneously. This is one of those scenarios where it's I don't know how you can disrespect the man like that. He's literally been the man from the line of scrimmage for the last fucking 6-7 years, right?
I'm not. It's another case where I'm not gonna even question the dude's talent, the dude's grit, or anything like that. But
you don't get Achilles tendonitis without working, bro.
Questioning his work. I think that there clearly was some mishandling of this injury.
I think that
by the Niners organization, and I think that's why it's been so weird.
I think there's 2 options,
probably
right?
Look back to the last 2 years and find clips of little fragments of this injury surfacing.
We need that douchebag doctor on Twitter who's 90% accurate based on video clips only to do some digging for us.
So, like, here's my thing, right? Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a fucking
90% accurate.
You can look at me, you guys know I'm not an athlete. Like, did my time in the military, obviously, but over my 8-10 years, I'm going on 14 years now, but the 10 years before I made this claim, I claimed my foot for having issues and stuff like that, and I start getting X-rays and start getting MRIs to try and dig into the claim, right? And doctor finally goes, "Hey, man, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, you've sprained your ankle so many times that not only do you have scar tissue in there that's affecting you, you also have tendonitis all throughout all the tendons in your foot. Like, it's just a combination of always getting those ankle sprains or the twist tackle or whatnot, like building up and over again, and next thing you know, these guys are running into those issues where that scar tissue's forming from the sprains and from the little micro tears that they're not addressing.
And you can only scope and clean that out so many times.
Exactly. So the tendonitis, it's there. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. I also haven't even looked at it, but there's probably a surgery like with the IT band where you can micro chop it and stretch it out to prevent the tendonitis. But then you're looking at durability issues and all these other things. So like, realistically,
I think you just hit the nail on the head. I think they were doing this kind of intentionally, unintentionally, where maybe they didn't think it was that bad, realized it's that bad, and then it's also like a rest thing. So they keep them out for, half the season, and then you have them for the second half. I could see a reality where that exists, but if it's really, really bad, and they got to shut him down for the year, the silver lining is essentially Jordan Mason looks good, although he's dealing with a little bit of an injury right now. But behind him is Garendo and Pat Taylor, and they both look very nasty.
Garendo looked really good, especially through the holes.
He was nasty in college. We said he was the best running back coming out.
And I don't even want to, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh my God, he busted a 76-yard touchdown, Frank Gore. It's like, I'm not going to.
No, that was good blocking, and he just hit the right hole.
Yeah,
100%. That's Shanahan's offense to a T. We run to the perimeter. West Coast offense. We throw short, yak, rack city trick,
Y'all should throw it back, get Debo in the backfield again, and just turn him into the CMC weapon.
He ran quite a few times.
Yeah.
He only had 3 catches for 102 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you
just
get
him
quite a few more times.
Get him more touches.
You kind of saw it though,
That's what, and I want to say something about this. You got to be careful with his touches. He was back in kick return twice and got fucking popped, bro. And I do not want to see that.
I was gonna say, then you'll turn out to have no Debo and
I'll
no
take
CMC.
A muff punt over Debo's knee getting hit like that again. Jesus Christ!
I mean, you saw
Holy
it too.
God,
Though.
What were they
it
thinking?
turned out only to be looked like a funny bone or something like that. But you saw it after that carry where he got pushed out and there was a foul or whatnot. He's sitting there just holding his arm, and he couldn't even move his fingers. They were all tingly. Goes off, comes back in a few plays later after getting looked at. I believe after the game they said it was just a funny bone.
It's like that fish in SpongeBob. He's like, my bones are made of glass.
Exactly.
My skin is made of paper. Every day I break my legs, and every night I break my arms.
That's what it feels like watching the Niners right now. At least like the last 2 weeks, our weekly injury's been a kicker. Moody goes down, and then this new guy goes down.
Wright's playing this week. He's playing this week.
Oh, he's back.
His shoulder's injured. It's like, if that's not a lower extremity thing, kick the fucking
out
football.
there, boy.
Dislocation of the shoulder with no internal injuries is what they proved.
Give him a
he's kicking.
shot and some perk 30s. He'll hit a few ones.
I think you're going to see him out there in an arm sling going like this.
Janikowski style.
But no, the Niners.
Janikowski is the best kicker ever.
Dude, he could come back right now and be a good kicker.
Fuck
the Niners are kind of just crazy, right? Like, I mean, they move the ball with ease until they get to the red zone, and then it's just like, where the hell did the offense go? And I don't know if that's just them like missing Christian McCaffrey, or not scheming properly, or like shifting to the defense that's going to be played there.
It's a lot easier to call defense when you don't have CMC in the backfield.
Was able to, in a couple red zone situations, though, this week, figure out that George Kittle is a phenomenal target. He did that twice. But the Niners' offense isn't necessarily designed for the red zone. It's designed for explosive plays. Let these guys go out and, go get a chunk play. Get those, catch and pull it upfield real quick for an extra.
Yeah, you don't have any backs that can push.
And if you think about a lot of the touchdowns last year, they were from 20 yards out. It's Christian McCaffrey breaking one right there. It was George Kittle getting one on the seam, breaking a tackle. It was Deebo Samuel making somebody miss. Ayuk catching one ridiculously, and then,
Which is why when you guys are in the red zone, Kyle's always trying to get you guys in the shotgun, or it's going to be a motion or a toss when you're running to get more space and create more, because You don't have
And
the
it do be
personnel
like that sometimes.
for the push. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious, guys. Who do you think is your biggest like letdown team so far this year in the NFL?
It's got to be the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals is pretty bad. I think
hurt,
for
but-
a lot of people it was the Dolphins, so I think us as a group were pretty on top of that.
The Dolphins, fully healthy last year, collapsed after they disrespected the sport of football and ran up the score 72 points on the dismal Broncos.
Yep. All because Mike McDaniels had a grudge from being a kid.
I love you,
Russell
Bob.
Wilson's a man of God and faith.
Okay.
You don't do that to a man of God and faith. That's all I'm saying. Put some respect on his
Honestly,
dangerous name.
I know the record doesn't show this. I just thought they would be better. The Houston Texans. I thought this offense would be more explosive. I know that Nico Collins has been awesome, but I thought it was going to be more across the board. You know, CJ. I'm a little bit disappointed in CJ Stroud. Little sophomore slumpish. He's not bad. He's not. He's been good. I just thought he would be.
I think it's
a lot
their
better.
run game, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
no
not
Joe
very
Mixon
strong, I agree with
sucks.
that.
I think it's the lack of the run game, but
Did
also
Mixon
like
get
you got a
injured?
guy there named D-Hop, you know, and honestly, where's
No.
D-Hop? Is D-Hop not
No,
there?
you don't.
D-Hop's
No.
in Tennessee.
He's in Texas.
Tennessee.
What are you talking? Or Tennessee? Yeah, thank you. I'm like, what are you
Jesus,
talking
wrong
about?
T team. My bad.
Bro, get out of here. You have
What am I
Stephon
thinking of?
Diggs, Tank Dell, Nico
Stephon
Collins.
Diggs.
Take down
That's what I'm
Stephon
talking about.
Diggs. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Here's my thing. Stephon Diggs
I
was
don't
the
know if
number
we're even
one.
allowed to talk about him. He's been in the news for some other things.
Yeah. Let's just say he's been
He
wrapping his
likes a
things
big
around a
girl.
rapper.
He likes him nasty.
Yo, let's just say Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
On a serious note, though, I mean, like, where has he been? Is he like You hear
He's
about
just
Nico
been-
Collins being the number one there, and
He's
Nico
been
Collins.
at Cardi B's house.
Yeah,
His
apparently.
average yards per target, like the depth of target, is about the same as his stroke game. It's like 0.6 yards. I was talking golf, by the way.
Oh man, you're terrible.
I mean,
I
you
am
didn't have a
fucking
bad game
terrible.
last week, but I just thought this team would be a lot more.
He's one of those guys that I'm just fucking over. I watch
Oh
him.
yeah,
I'm not
he's
impressed.
a locker room cancer
mean-
type of player, and maybe that's part of it. Maybe
That is part of it.
him being in the wide receiver room literally makes them worse,
And see, maybe it's that. I just like,
You can't just do it.
which
are
is
you
crazy.
not entertained? And I'm not. You know, it's like it doesn't entice me or
Okay, you go.
excite me.
Yeah.
I would rather watch him throw to Pharaoh Brown,
Okay.
bro.
Underrated.
On God, no cap. Cap
Yeah,
no.
every time you've seen a Pharaoh Brown explosive play, you're like, why isn't this guy a top 10
It's like
tight end in the
Mercedes
league?
Lewis, bro. It's like
Yeah.
it's literally Mercedes
I also
Lewis
think-
2.0. It's
I've never
what's
been
that
a big
guy?
believer
Mo
of
Alley
him.
Cox, bro. Mo
Oh,
Alley
yeah.
Cox.
He's such a giant. But I've never been a big believer of Tank Dell, so I think that's kind of, I don't know. I like
had a
Tank Dell.
crazy
I
year
just,
last year.
Thank you.
I feel
I've
like
just
Hold on,
never,
let me-
I don't know. I think it was more, he had a crazy year out of
There you go.
having to, somebody's got to do it over there rather than it being talent.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There was just something different about that team. Maybe it was having Robbie Chosen Anderson on your team. I don't know.
What were we talking about? Sorry about that.
We were talking about Robbie Chosen Anderson.
I was saying the
Oh.
Houston Texans have been my disappointment team, even though
Yeah.
they have been good.
I think for
just
me
not
it's the Bengals.
great. Yeah,
The
Bengals.
Bengals defense in particular. I can't shit on their offense.
That's-
Jamar's looking
The
crazy.
Eagles too.
Yeah, I mean
Honestly,
AJ Brown being out, Devontae Smith being out, like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's
There's-
their run game? They're
there's
not
one
hitting the
disappointing-
ball.
No Jason Kelsey is also a big deal.
Yeah,
for
there's
that
no
team.
tush push. Like
Yeah.
Saquon's having a good year, but I feel like they're not giving him the ball in conventional ways.
Yeah,
I mean, they did lose AJ Brown, right? So like, you lose your number one target. Devontae Smith goes down with concussion.
Jalen Hurts needs to stop making when he doesn't have his guys. He needs to stop
Yeah,
throwing 50-50
he's doing
balls.
some college stuff. It's
Well,
like
he's throwing
regression.
50-50 balls to fucking nobody.
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
You're seeing
Yeah.
you're seeing why he lost the starting job in Alabama. I mean, you're just seeing it, and don't get me wrong. Like, it could be outcoached. He has the skill set to improve, but like,
I think
it's
he will.
it's a teaching moment. And you know, this week will be a really tell all week for them. They got AJ Brown back. They got Devontae back. They have Saquon in the backfield. It's their line is looking a little bit healthier. Obviously, it's not the same line as last year, but my disappointing team, and you guys are gonna be like, well, we all saw this coming because I saw it coming too. Is the Jets?
Jets.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I was hoping maybe Rodgers came out and actually made them better. Made them viable option in like the fantasy world at least. But like the Rodgers effect is fully there. So my real next question is,
dude.
The real next question
They fired their shitter of a coach, bro. It's a culture change, okay? Just give them time. They can change.
Hey, that shitter is going to be the next D coordinator next year for the Niners.
They can change.
They're going to make the Niners D great again.
When Devontae comes back.
Yeah. So here's my thing, right? Like, I think after the season you move on from Rodgers, but here's the thing: Rodgers is going to try and jump.
Cut bait.
Rodgers is going to try and jump right into a coaching position.
I hope not, bro.
I think once Rodgers is done playing quarterback, I don't know if we'll ever see him again.
Guardians up 5-1 on a Tariq Skubal, or on a grand slam from Lane Thomas.
Off of Skubal?
Off of Skubal, yeah.
Dude, Skubal, oh no, that was the X factor, bro. They wrote him up in the articles.
That's all they had.
That's fucked. That's bad
That's
for them.
game over.
Yeah, well...
if Skubal's in, it's later in the game, too. That means really bad.
The Jets suck, and they're not going to get better.
No, and I think Rodgers is going to try and use his position.
How could you be disappointed, bro? They're 408 and 500 as a franchise, with 8 ties as well. Give them that credit. They haven't had a winning season since 1968, Broadway Joe. So
no, they've had winning seasons. They've had... What? They made the AFC Championship.
When?
2011, the Rex Ryan year with Mark Sanchez. I witnessed it. I was there.
I'm going to look this up.
Those teams weren't bad.
When was this? Rex Ryan, huh?
They had good defenses. Darrelle Revis. Oh my God, who's Bart Scott?
On this Jets conversation, talking coaches, has anybody heard who's next in line or they're talking about getting?
I heard he's already taken it.
Yeah,
or is that just a rumor?
It sounds like it's from what I'm reading. I don't see anything official, but it sounds like it's pretty official.
Kirby Smart's
going to be the next coach.
That's
of the Jets.
not going to go well.
It's not.
I was misinformed, but
I don't think
9 years of losing football in New York.
Yeah,
2015.
Absolutely
was the last
insane,
one.
though.
Terrible organization.
With that being said,
547 and 8. I was wrong.
With that being said, though, most recent winning culture, like team that's established a winning culture that I'm disappointed in the season, is definitely the Bengals, and it goes to that defense. Who's your guys' like week 6 MVP? If we were doing it right now, week 6, who's your MVP?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, probably Lamar.
At 3 and 4 or whatever they are.
The last fucking Bills game really killed Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He was looking pretty rough.
I honestly don't have an MVP because I think everybody's been not consistent enough.
Yeah, and it's like, are we going like with the best, winning team? Like
Sam
maybe
Darnold,
it's Sam Darnold, but he's not that impressive.
Yeah, but he also
looking good.
He had like 180 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a pick last game. So
yeah, up until then though, Sam Darnold was there.
Brock Purdy? ?
Yeah, Brock Purdy could honestly be in that conversation.
Purdy is kind of just holding him in games right now, So
he just looks good.
And according to Chase Daniel on Twitter yesterday, had a no-look pass. I'm sorry, it wasn't a no-look pass.
You want to hear how whack that? And this is just how I think it's like popularity in the game. Everything that I'm seeing online from from USA Today to ESPN, it's Pat Mahomes. And let's be real. The dude's
has not been good this year.
His completion percentage is pretty good. He's at a 71% completion record.
INTs galore this year, though.
Yeah, he's throwing. He's not at 71. That's a lie. They're going off of last week. Over the Saints.
69.4. He's 6-6 TD to end.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of interceptions.
It's a pick a game, bro.
He's getting a 1-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. That's Jameis's 30-30.
They've got CJ Stroud up here. It says he's completing 68.9% of his passes.
I honestly, CJ Stroud might win it just because if he goes off and keeps going off, he doesn't have Nico Collins anymore.
Not having a better season than Lamar Jackson, though.
Yeah, but they like storylines more than they like sometimes picking the best player.
Very true.
1,200 yards, 9-to-1 TD.
I'm with you. I think it's Lamar.
Fuck my life.
This is the pro Lamar podcast.
Fuck my life.
Minus Parker.
Lamar.
He was so nasty last week.
Oh, isn't Jay Daniels playing Lamar this week? Jaden Daniels, Lamar head-to-head matchup this week. Who comes out on
Yes, they
top?
are.
Who you guys got?
That's good. They're both.
I got the Ravens.
Ravens.
This is my upset game of the week.
Ravens.
This is my upset game of the week. Washington's defense completely shuts down Lamar.
Did
Lamar
you not go look at the passing chart I sent you for Jaden Daniels?
I saw it. I just believe in Washington's
And
defense.
guess what? They're gonna do. Marlon fucking Humphrey's gonna sit on that side.
That's Marlon Humphrey's side too.
Mm.
That's his zone, anyways.
I think we're gonna have probably one untimely turnover from each quarterback, probably about 100 yards rushing from each quarterback with 1 to 2 touchdowns, and probably in the 200 to 300 yards for Lamar. 1 to 200 yards for Jaden through the air. And it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a similar to Bengals, Bengals Ravens, just lower scoring.
I think it's going to be a wake up call game.
27 to 30, 27
Washington.
to 30. Justin Tucker game winner Ravens.
I think it's going to be like 28 to 10 Ravens.
That's crazy. That's fucking criminal.
I got it 17-10 Washington.
That's also criminal.
I believe in Washington's defense. I'm telling you.
I
believe in Washington's defense.
One good week.
They have
one good week.
They're the number 2 fantasy defense in points.
Fantasy defense.
Yeah, but how do you get points as a defense? Turnovers, low-scoring games.
They played Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, okay.
They played Kyler Murray.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
Kyler Murray just fucking ran all over the Niners. How are you going to say that?
The Niners' defense isn't even that good.
Wow. Some hurtful
You guys
things
say
have
it all
been
the
said
time.
today.
What are you
Let's
talking
keep it in
about?
bounds. Let's keep it in bounds.
The Niners could have a good defense. Their rookies looked good last week. I hate to say it, but
I'm not saying they're that bad. They gave up 30. They gave up 33 to the Bengals with an actual good quarterback playing against them in Joe Burrow.
yeah.
Joe
Burrow's just fucking
they're
tearing
playing
up.
an actual
Matter
good...
of fact, that's a name. How the fuck is Joe Burrow not in the MVP conversation?
Because his team's
they're
1-5.
1-4.
I don't give a shit. Look at his stats.
And they played the Patriots. My point is let's see them play Lamar, and then I'll call them a good defense if they shut down Lamar, okay?
I'm telling you, man. This is my upset game of the week.
Okay.
That's fine, but I don't think it's going to be 17-10. That's the only thing I took exception to.
Okay, 27-20. There you go.
Yeah, just throw out random numbers.
27-20. I'm calling it now, though. Defensive fucking battle.
I think it's either going to be a shootout or a blowout with the Ravens. I just think the Ravens defense is going to eat this week.
The Ravens are going to
got to stop blowing off the Ravens. That's what you got to stop doing. You just said it.
Here's the thing. John Harbaugh's not an idiot, and he knows this moment is big, and he's going to be pounding the rock with Derrick Henry.
I'm not hating on Jaden Daniels.
Dude,
I
King
think
Henry
that the
looks good,
Ravens
too.
have a veteran-led defense led by awesome defensive coaches that are playing a rookie quarterback who, yes, has been really good and is going to be overconfident coming into this game, who clearly has deficiencies throwing to all sides of the field. That's all.
Clearly.
I think it is a...
Deficiencies or just doesn't throw to the other side of the field?
I think that those are the same thing.
It's not. Deficiencies would be saying, like, he's turning the ball over.
I would like my quarterback to throw to all sides of the field so that a defense I'm playing against would game plan.
I think the deficiencies is he's not reading that side of the field, right? He's reading one side of the field.
Sure,
but it's not.
We're playing semantics right now. My point is, I think it's a trap game for the Jane Daniel believers. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's a trap game for Lamar.
Okay. That's why we're debating.
I'm here for it.
I'm just like, we can't say Lamar's going to be the MVP and then he's playing a...
I'm not saying Lamar's going to be the MVP.
Okay.
I'm saying that.
You never will.
What are you going to do about it if I say it?
Nothing. I'm going to let you have your opinion, and you're going to voice it. And I'm going to tell you my opinion's different.
Skippy.
That's fine.
Your opinion's wrong, and you shouldn't have
thank
it.
you. I appreciate you. You know what? As a veteran, dude, I fought for your right to be able to have an opinion that I shouldn't have an opinion.
Yeah, let's just swing our penises on the screen.
You have an opinion, so I don't need one. I appreciate you.
I apologize. I have not served my country.
I never said anything about you having an opinion other than it's wrong and you shouldn't have it.
Exactly, see? I gave my time and effort in the world so you could have an opinion of me not having an opinion.
And he's exercising that right. Imagine, wouldn't you be sad that he sacrificed it for not, if he wasn't exercising it?
This is a goddamn free country, and you know why?
Speaking of free countries...
Because my opinion was I needed to join the military, and now you're telling me my opinion sucks.
Yeah.
On that note, guess what?
Cowboys versus Detroit.
Vibes.
What's up?
I'm not even going to go to that game. We all know that Detroit's going to run train on the Cowboys, dude.
I think Dakota Rain's going to have that one game that makes us think that he's legitimate this week.
I think
Rico
that
Dowdle's going to have 127 yards exactly.
I think that you're high.
On the dog. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I can't speak on any of these things.
I think that you're
You sound like
absolutely
the Fed,
asinine.
Tony.
By the way, Chase, those are sick kicks in the background, dude.
Thank you, dude.
I just noticed
Thank
those.
you.
Those are
Thank
fresh.
you.
Just shits on me real quick. Nice shoes.
I just want to throw
My
them out
Demon Slayer
there.
Nikes.
There's some Washington colors on them, so just be ready. I don't see any Raven colors up there.
Dude, when did you become a guy from DC?
I just am blazing the defense, bro.
Actually, wait. Military guy. I get it. Government.
No,
I
you
got
know
it.
why?
Okay.
You know why? I need Luke McCaffrey to do well. Because I may or may not have acquired a one-of-one Luke McCaffrey card on the way right now. For $12, by the way. $12. Autographed, and it's a patch auto.
Card trader.
No,
Day trader.
I got it in a line. It's one of
Nice.
the Origin cards, like his rookie Origin card. It's pretty sick.
Did
I'll
you
show
get
it
on
to
a
you.
Raz?
The Rizzy of the Tizzy.
That doesn't even mean anything.
Well, actually, so
A Raz. It's like a raffle.
yeah, one of the Facebook lines or whatever.
Yeah.
Talk about the Rizzy and the Tizzy, right? I had to ask these kids that I work with now about new slang the other day.
Skibbity.
And holy shit,
What
is
is
some of
it?
the things. Rism and the Tism, do you know what it means? It means give them the charisma like you're autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes
I
sense.
understood that when you said Rism and the Tism.
That is just whack to me. What? How is that a thing?
Yeah, I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know. How'd we get on this?
I don't know, we just said it. He said Raz and then I said Rism and Tism.
Did
and...
we say it?
No, you said Raz and I said Rism and the Tism. Or with the Tism or whatever.
I think this is a great time to transition to playoff baseball.
Playoff baseball, yeah. Speaking of Rism with the Tism, 23 scoreless innings for the Padres after going up 2-1 in the series against the Dodgers.
So disappointing last night, dude.
Having the ability to close
crazy.
it out, they decide to start Dylan Cease on short notice. He gets fucking ran up on 8 innings. Or sorry, 8 hits, or 8 runs or whatever in 4 innings.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about last night.
No, night before.
Sorry. Yeah.
Makes it a 2-2, and then last night, dude, they had opportunity after opportunity and just couldn't do it. Couldn't
Dude,
capitalize.
Darvish was pitching so well, and they just couldn't do a goddamn thing. And I just want to point out one thing while watching that game. The fucking commentators, I don't know who they are. They were sucking you Darvish off the whole game. And
Good.
the whole time I
Good.
was sitting there, I know, but the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, man, they got to stop sucking him off because he's going to give up a bomb, and they're going to go up 2-0, and the game's going to be over because the Padres can't get a hit. And I literally said it out loud in my living room, and then immediately the Teoscar home run.
Was it
was the
Teoscar
next
or was it
big thing
Kike
is that
Hernandez?
Kike was the first one. Teoscar hit another one right in the 6th or 7th.
This is
But like
wild.
immediately after they like blew him off and I said that, they gave it up. And it was just like, just let the man cook. Just let the man cook.
It's
You don't
the,
have to. You don't have to talk about him so much.
It's the old baseball curse, man.
I hate it. So
Unfortunately, it's
unfortunate.
now up to the Mets to ride their hot hand and just start, let Pete cook, let Pete drop
Dude,
some bombs, do
Dodgers
whatever he's got to do.
Yankees have the easiest walks of all time. No,
What's that other
it's
dude
really frustrating.
on the Mets? What's his name? Jerkson Profar? No, not Jerkson Profar. Who am I thinking of?
He's on the Padres. On the Mets.
Yeah,
Lindor.
Francisco Lindor. Yeah, was he on the Padres a bit earlier at one point in his career?
No, Lindor used to be on the Guardians.
Guardians. Okay, I'm liking him. He's a little bit older. He's bringing that veteran presence, but he's also, outperforming
Superstar.
expectations. He's doing what he needs. He kind of revitalized Pete Alonso, in my opinion. I think the way he
I think
started
he's
hitting,
just waking up.
yeah, that too. But like,
Get
I
a
think,
rough year.
I think that he's bringing that veterans presence, Jesus, and just getting all these young guys motivated. That'll be a decent series, but I do think the Dodgers take it maybe
They're
way
gonna
earlier.
I think it might be a sweep. It might be a sweep, gentlemen's sweep.
Yeah,
It's going to be tough because they're throwing Senga out there, and if he gets dinged around by this crazy Dodgers lineup, like, Mookie Betts will show up at some point.
Dude.
Shohei will show up at some point.
They
I do not want to
Mookie
play
showed
that
up this
game.
last series, dude.
Dude, Mookie,
But I mean, like, really
Shohei,
show up.
everybody was playing well, man. I mean, Shohei didn't have great, but he had the biggest hit of the series.
True. True. I mean, but what I'm saying, it's like it's been kind of pieced together here and there, and that I feel like they squeaked by, whereas they should have blown.
Yeah, but the Padres are probably the best other team in the NL now that the Phillies are out. So I mean,
Bye bye.
that's why it was so close, in my opinion. And they're division rivals, so they
Well,
know each
even
other
then,
better.
it wasn't that close, right? Because like 23 consecutive scoreless innings.
I mean, they lost a series in 5 games. It was a 5-game series. They went all the way and lost.
That's fair.
They had an opportunity in the last 9 innings to get it. 1 home run, 1 hit, make a play, bunt, do fucking something. They didn't do fucking anything.
They didn't do anything. So, currently going on right now on the other side of the baseball world is Cleveland versus Detroit. Cleveland's up 5-2 in the 6th on a tied schedule. Someone just ripped ass, and I heard it. Anyway, they're up 5-2. Detroit Tigers have been my surprise team. I want to see them go. They're the Cinderella team, obviously. They got a bunch of homegrown talent on rookie deals. Their budget's down. It's kind of weird. I kind of want to just point this out. There's a prominent figure in the front office. I can't remember his name, but he was pretty big into developing all of the players during the Giants World Series runs on the Giants, and now he's kind of like I don't know if he's the head of baseball operations or what for Detroit, but dude's just got a natural talent, and you're seeing it again to build teams from nothing. So they're going to be a force to reckon with in the next couple of years, I think.
Riley Green's going to be a nasty player for the next decade, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. You got him, and then Cleveland Guardians, the other team there. They'll be facing, I believe, the Yankees. Whoever wins this one, will be finishing the.
What a consolation prize!
Yeah, honestly, dude, I haven't really been super impressed with the Yankees in the playoff.
Aaron Judge, playoff choker.
Yeah, Aaron Judge.
Cole's looking good though.
Who is?
Garrett Cole looking.
And Giancarlo.
Giancarlo's looking good. Garrett Cole. Juan Soto's continuing his 300 batting. 330 batting.
Don't look at his fielding though.
Yeah. I want to see a little bit more from Jazz Chisholm. That was their big offensive piece that they added in the midseason trade. He hasn't really came alive in the playoffs, but he was hitting pretty good, towards the end of the season and stuff like that. So,
also, did you guys see the picture? Because Jazz was out, and they shouldn't have even been. I mean, it should be the Royals. That one game. I mean, you should go look at the picture. He was out.
Manfred.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, that's like, I don't want to go back to football, but look at the Niners game where there's that. They couldn't overturn a call of the punt touching the dude's hand because the video was from a different network.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear it? Like, that's the same shit.
Like, they can only use their own camera angles.
Yeah, it's crazy. Probably the MLB didn't get the fucking angle and they couldn't pull a different thing over from some other network and they don't have it, So it's one of those things where we're moving to the technology side of things, but now we're seeing where the technology things are going to fail.
I just wish we didn't have the cameras or the replays. I just wish it was like when we were kids and like football had replay for like just normal shit.
Yeah. Then you get replacement ref situations.
Yeah, and then just like make refs more seriously trained.
Yeah, it's a tough debate because in like the ethics of competition and sport, you want the game to be called as perfectly square and fairly as possible, but we've convoluted the rules to a point.
I kind of like yelling at my TV at a guy in stripes though, and just like blaming him for everything instead of my team.
Fucking rage!
Like then I don't have to come to terms that the Patriots suck. It's just the ref made the wrong call. See what I mean? Mental
Even when
health.
The Patriots were winning.
That's fair.
Doing that.
Mental health.
Maybe?
It's a sarcasm.
So
maybe?
I know I asked the question. Similar question with football, but who's your guys' NL and AL MVPs?
In baseball?
In baseball.
For the regular season?
Yeah.
I mean, AL Judge. NL Tawny. I think it's pretty
cut and dry.
Yeah.
How about this one, Rookie of the Year? Because this one's not cut and dry, and I think we're going to all have different opinions here.
Well, real quick on the MVP, like, could we not... Like, Bobby Witt Jr. had an insane season.
Oh, yeah,
right? Like,
for sure.
Could he not be in the conversation, right? Like,
I just
Gunnar
don't
Henderson,
see anybody else.
Not in the conversation. Jose Ramirez.
Gunnar fell off at the very end of the season, though.
No,
he had a really bad...
That's another team that just didn't show up in the playoffs, man. Like,
yeah.
We're just
they stopped showing up in September, though.
Did Aaron Judge end up winning the Triple Crown? Did he get the Triple Crown or no?
No.
Thank
Barely
God.
lost
What
it.
did he end up batting though?
3 something?
Yeah, it was good.
322. Yeah, I mean,
54 bombs.
RBIs.
52 or 54 bombs?
I'm
58.
looking it up right
58
now. 58 bombs, 322, 144 RBIs.
Okay, yeah, that maybe he wins it.
1159 OPS. Yeah.
Okay.
How many strikeouts?
Well,
Doesn't even matter at that point, dude. He's getting on base fucking 458, slugging 700. That's crazy.
what about
Elite
Francisco Lindor with the 1,000 OPS as well? Shohei's only at 992.
Yeah, but Shohei was
50 and 50, dude. First 50 and 50,
dude.
You can't even
Bro,
deny it.
okay, you can't sit here, look me square in the fucking face and say that the new
Shohei
base
had
running-
1,000 OPS too.
992.
1,036 based on
What?
Baseball Reference.
Fuck, I was lied to by ESPN. Sorry.
No, you're good. And he almost went 50-60.
No, but hey, one sec though. On the stolen base thing, and this is a conversation that needs to be said.
I'm here for it.
With these new rules, it is
Not as
easier
valuable.
than ever to steal bases. So I'm not gonna sit here and let the MLB invent this shit for Shohei or for anybody. Because think about Ricky fucking Henderson with these rules. He'd be stealing
Greatest-
100 bags.
dude.
100 bags.
In his sleep.
Yeah, but would he?
Ricky Henderson
would he
did
hit
steal
50
100
bombs?
bags.
It's disrespectful to the history of the game to
Would
sit
he
here and
hit
say
50
I agree.
bombs, though?
I agree with this
the 50
take.
home runs is impressive, but I'm not doing this 50-50 shit.
This is one of my
okay?
favorite things
Not
to do.
doing this
Let's talk
half-and
about
shit.
Ricky Henderson because he was the GOAT.
And
Let's
so
talk
for me,
about it.
Today he'd be batting 350, stealing 100 fucking bags. It'd be insane.
1982, Ricky Henderson stole 130 bases. I don't ever want to hear anybody else compare stolen bags to that guy.
And that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
And the
again,
rules-
he's the GOAT.
Doggo.
Yeah. And so, we're going to sit here and glaze, because... let me look this up. Most
I don't think
stolen
it's.
base
I think the
in
glaze is
season.
it's not just about the bags, right? It's about the feat of actually being able to have the power along with the speed, right? And so, granted, don't get me wrong, there's probably faster people than him in the MLB. His base stealing skills are above average.
I wouldn't even say that, bro. Ronald
I
Acuna
would.
Jr. stole 73 bags in 2023. Kenny Lofton 75 and 96. MLB records 138. Lou
Okay, but
Brock
how-
118. Vince Coleman 107.
What
Maury
is the
Willis
MLB
104.
average of bags per player stolen this year?
MLB average of bags per players? That's a great question.
Higher than it should be.
Average stolen base.
Riveting podcasting.
Yeah, sorry, we should have our info, but this is kind of like us just discussing it. I mean, it's just
cracking jokes.
we could. Oh, you guys like my new controller holder?
No.
Oh, nice. I love it.
I mean, even this year, dude, Ellie De La Cruz had 67. Nobody's
How many
talking
bombs
about
did
that
Ellie
shit.
have, though?
Well, I'm
Man,
anti-Ellie De La
I'm
Cruz
tired.
guy. I think he's
Also, time
overrated.
out. What was he batting?
Yeah, right, exactly. Don't look at his BA.
259.
Exactly.
25 homers.
Okay,
76 RBIs.
what was Shohei batting? 320, 309, something like that.
322.
No, that was Aaron Judge. Wasn't that Aaron Judge?
Oh, yeah, that was Aaron Judge. Shohei was batting 300 something, though.
I think the only one to bat higher average wise in the
He
NL
was
side.
batting 310.
Yeah, 310. I think.
130 RBIs.
See, so here's the thing: the 50 bags, though it is not as hard, I will agree, though it is a lot easier than it used to be, is a guarantee way above average for the league. And then on top of that, you have elite hitting at the plate.
Ricky
50,
Henderson,
50,
bro.
130 is pretty insane.
Now just wait until this dude's an everyday DH, pitching, and stealing bags.
He's going to win MVP back to back to back to back.
I'm not
Basically, as
saying
long
that
as he
he's-
plays baseball.
My issue with it my issue with the
most
whole
talented
situation,
player in
though,
baseball.
is the fact, my issue with the whole situation is this just that it further goes to show you that you can literally buy chips, right? The Dodgers are out there spending the money and bringing in not one, not two, but 3 MVP caliber players at least, right? In Freddie, Mookie, and Shohei.
It's okay, dude. The
Yeah.
Mets are going to upset him here in a few days.
We'll see.
I hope, man. Baseball's one of those games where it could happen, but
but you're right. Right now, the league wants the Yankees to play the Dodgers. It makes the most sense. It makes the most dollars. And
honestly, I want the Dodgers to make it because I can't handle it if the Yankees win a fucking World Series.
And see, I'm the opposite.
Spontaneously combust.
I'm the opposite. I want to see fucking Judge take Kershaw deep, take Yamamoto deep, take fucking.
No, why do you want to see that? Why do you want to see the most successful organization?
Because I hate the Dodgers.
But oh, dude, no. You don't understand.
I do. You hate the Yankees.
The Yankees are bad for baseball. They're bad for the sport.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They win all the fucking time. It's
so do the Dodgers. Look at their fucking winning record.
Oh, you
one's
don't
an
understand.
East Coast East and one's a...
The Dodgers don't have 27 rings.
They don't... I don't care about that.
No, what are you talking about? Get out of here. You don't care about rings? Shut up, dude.
This is what I care about.
Insane.
I am so sick of watching New York people win World Series. I'm sick of it.
Okay, Bostonian, we got it.
I'm not even for Boston. I just don't. I hate
every single one of your sports teams is in Boston, an East Coast team, right? So you hate the East Coast fucking championship teams. You hate them. I'm from the West Coast, so I hate the West Coast fucking champion teams that always drown my fucking teams into the ground.
If the Jets were playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'd be rooting for the Jets because I don't want to see the Cowboys.
But that's because the Cowboys are trash.
The Cowboys haven't won since I was born.
I'm trying to make a point that it's not about the rivalry. It's about they are so much better than every other organization in baseball. Like, so much better.
Yeah, when was the last time they won a World Series?
2009.
Okay, so it's been a minute, right? Would you say there's a power balance?
Exactly. We don't need to watch another one for another. They need
the
much
Giants,
longer.
The Giants, who are now a shitter of a team, have won
Yankees
3 rings since
suffer. Then. Dude, Yankees fans need to suffer.
Nope.
For a very long time.
I'm calling Jeter, dude. You just hate Jeter.
Everybody, dude, Jeter sucks.
I'm calling A-Rod, dude. You fucking just hate A-Rod.
I also hate A-Rod.
You shot Jeter.
Yeah, see? It's a Bostonian thing. It's a Bostonian thing, bro.
No, Jeter's not the most overrated shortstop of all time. Yeah. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Go look up his defensive stats, Mr. Two-Ways, Mr. Two-Way superstar guy. He was the worst defensive shortstop in the history of baseball. Go look at the stats. Go look at them.
Are we taking
this is a well-known thing. You don't even know what you're talking about right now?
There's no way he's the worst one. Maybe the worst known one, yeah. Also,
he has a minus 8.3 defensive WAR for his career.
Time out. Let's just
minus 243 runs.
Time out. We're taking a shortstop for shortstops here, by the way, boys. Let's go. Back at it.
How many shortstops do the Orioles have?
A lot.
No, you can't Google it. You're supposed to know these things.
Derek Jeter.
I don't care about the Orioles.
The worst defensive shortstop in the history of baseball.
He was, yeah. I mean, he's essentially Gus Bus, you know? He's essentially...
They gave him 5 gold gloves because they just really wanted to make him look good, dude.
Actually, Herman Long...
Deuce Bigelow and the Benchwarmers, you know? Like
Herman Long from 1904 had a worse WAR.
Oh, my God, bro. Let's just,
We got to dig back to 1904 to make Derek Jeter...
He's the all-time leader in errors committed as a shortstop. Listen to this. All-time leader in errors committed as a shortstop with 1,070.
Babe Ruth was a better player than anybody to play today because nobody to play today didn't hit 700 home runs.
Nearly 3 times as many as a shortstop active since 1960.
There is not a human being alive that is going to watch us read Google.
Derek Jeter sucked at playing defense.
Yeah, but what did he do really well?
Nothing.
Nothing?
He
didn't
hit
the ball well?
Good-looking women.
He made contact.
Did he hit the ball
That's all I'll give him. I said he made contact.
Relationship with Jennifer
Lopez.
Lopez.
He got carried is what happened.
How's Rafael Devers doing this season?
He did great.
What are we even talking about?
Better than Derek. He's just trying to get under my skin. I don't know why, because he's not even a Yankees fan.
Bruh, I thought we were talking about playoff baseball.
Right?
I mean, I don't know what else there is to talk about. We know what's going to happen.
Rails so hard.
The Tigers have scored in the 7th inning. The game's getting close. We got ourselves a heating up battle. Cleveland Guardians up 5-3 over Detroit.
Hockey's back. Oh, we gotta talk
Hockey
NBA.
is back.
We do
NBA.
Ooh,
It is
NBA's
time
coming
for
too.
our 2 early predictions. I predict that Bronny James Jr. will be out of the league in 4 years.
Oh,
I think he will be out in 2.
I think that a G League team is going to milk him like Mac McClung.
Yeah. Dude, you should collect all the Bronny James G League jerseys that he'll have.
No cap, bro. I got the Reno Bighorns.
I think that I honestly think that the Lakers are going to make a playoff, and it's going to be the first. This is script writing right here. This isn't like stats. I'm not backing this up. The Lakers make a playoff run, not a playoff run, but a playoff push, get in the playoffs, and it's first father-son duo in the playoffs. Not because of Bronny, but because of LeBron.
Bronny's not. They're going to put him in like in garbage time because he actually can't play. Like, there's no way they actually play him in a playoff game, though, right? Like,
I think I don't know.
like a serious.
Here's
Like,
the legitimate problem with the Lakers making the playoffs. I'm gonna start top down. Houston Rockets are coming to fucking play. The New Orleans Pelicans are recharged and have some
Dude, they
killers.
were good last year.
The Clippers, if healthy, could be really dangerous.
You guys are
the
forgetting-
Kings are still relevant. The Suns have Devin Booker and Kevin Durant.
Are you saying you think the
Grizzlies
Lakers aren't
have-
going to make it?
Oh, I'm not even done, bro. The Grizzlies with Ja Morant, them young bucks, Desmond Bane, good centers. And just
don't
wait.
forget about my friend, the Charlotte Hornets, dude.
They're in the East. We'll talk about them. We have the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks, and the OKC Thunder.
The West is insane.
There is 12 playoff teams in the West.
Yeah, I'm taking the Mavs.
If the Lakers... Oh, and guess what?
I'm actually
What about the
on this wagon.
Warriors?
Yeah.
How about the Warriors? Oh, there's this cat, might be the best fucking player coming up in the entire NBA that plays in the West.
Yeah, San Antonio.
With Chris Paul. Oh my.
Dude, and they have and they have DeJounte Murray, don't they?
So the Lakers a playoff team? Oh my fuck.
I actually
no
think you
way.
might be right. Lakers might be like a top 5 pick.
I'm supposed to watch 40-year-old LeBron carry the Olympic team for 82 games? And he doesn't have Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards? Like,
I mean, he's got
they're fucking
got-
washed, dude.
budget Steph Curry and D'Lo and fucking
Budget Steph Curry.
and
Who's
D'Lo
budget
and
Steph
then
Curry?
D'Lo, dude.
Trey Young?
D'Lo?
Trey Young? You mean Trey Young trade piece?
You think Trae Young's gonna go to the Lakers?
Hey, shout out Trey Young, who might arguably be a top 5 shooter of all time, but nobody respects him because he talks like that.
Actually, so true.
It's because how ugly he is, dude. You ever seen that guy go?
Fuck you! Don't
He's like
ever.
the anti-Reggie Miller. He's like the. Like,
I'm not
I
here
feel like
for that.
I love Reggie Miller, but Reggie Miller probably gets extra credit than you
And-
probably do.
And that's the thing. Like I was thinking about it. Like is Reggie? Like Ray Allen's probably a better shooter right now than Trey Young all time. Is
Yeah.
Reggie Miller though? That's where I draw the line. So it's like Steph, Clay, Dame,
I
Trey,
think Reggie's
Ray
still
Allen.
better because of the career
that-
shots he's made, like the big
Yeah,
time
the clutch shots.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And then it just gets really murky on that. But
But
I'm just
You're
like
leaving a
all
lot
said
of
and
I
players,
done.
think
like,
that I
old
think
school
you're
players
right
out of
that
that,
like
dude.
by the end of Trey Young's
the old
career,
school players
he
are
might be
shooting
number 2 to
32%
Steph.
from 3, dude. 32.
Yeah, but they're also
No,
getting
he's not
fucking
number-
slapped in the
Dame's
face
better.
with no
Dame's
fouls
better than
called,
Trey.
dude. These pussy ass shooters today, like you could be here and then boom, my hand's like right here, and they're still calling the foul.
Dude, but players today are more athletic. I hate
So
to
much
say it,
more.
like
They jump
yeah,
higher.
like
They
they
shoot
don't
higher
have to
percentages.
foul because they just are so much better. They block the ball anyways.
I would
Okay.
never try to block a jump shot. I just try to contest. You just want to be in their airspace.
The Bruins are going overtime. Fuck me.
Nice.
I don't want to watch a shootout.
And then so in the East, though, I think that we have a more tightly contested race because I think it's a little more top heavy with like the Celtics, Sixers, maybe the Cavs, maybe the Bucks. I think those are like those top tier teams.
Celtics.
And then the Pacers, the
Easy.
Knicks are supposed to be really good. Who am I thinking else? Miami might be relevant. Brooklyn's washed. Toronto's washed. Charlotte and Atlanta might be able to make a run. Orlando, I would watch out for them. The Bulls could be
Atlanta's-
interesting.
I'm as a Celtics
then-
fan. We're most afraid of Atlanta because they have our number for some reason.
No, and it's just one of those things.
They'll be healthy this year,
always
too.
plays the Celtics really hard.
But no DeJounte Murray.
But yeah, and to me, it's just not like super sustainable.
Orlando
who's that second option scoring? Who's that wing defender?
Do you
who's
think
that
this
other
is
wing defender? Because
do you
you
think
have
this is the year
somewhere?
Bankero, dude, does this year Bankero takes the next step?
Wagners.
Do you think Bankero becomes MVP
Cole
level?
Cole Anthony underrated as hell at point guard. Super athletic. Super
Orlando,
good on
if
defense.
Paolo Bankero becomes like MVP Paolo Bankero, they could be one of the best teams in the league immediately.
He's literally
That'd be
Paolo
electric to
Pierce
see.
Bankero. He is literally Paul Pierce Jr.
I love Paolo Bankero.
That'd be crazy to see
So pro
Bankero.
Paolo podcast.
That'd be crazy to see Bankero versus Wemby in the finals.
I'd like to see Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown again, but
I would.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah, another one of those franchises where I just don't want to see him win.
Why? That's not your division rival.
They are. I'm a Lakers fan.
Not a
They're
division
not division,
rival.
but
Not
they're
a
the
division
Lakers'
rival.
rival. Are they not the
Shout out
Lakers'
to
rival?
Portland Trailblazers.
Not anymore.
Is it the
The
Trailblazers
Celtics?
or the Rockets that have Brandon Miller? Where'd he go?
He went to. He's in Charlotte.
Brandon
He's
Miller's
playing
in
with
Charlotte.
Willow.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about, the Hornets.
That's why I'm saying they could be. Dude, they have like the all NBA criminal team going. They got Brandon Miller with they got fucking lefty Miles.
Miles.
what's his name?
Wife beater. Yeah.
Not Turner. What's his last name?
No,
Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges. Thank you. LaMelo be criminal in traffic, always blowing lights and shit. There's so many videos of him tearing out of that arena poorly.
Didn't LaMelo get in trouble too? In was it LaMelo or Alonzo? They got in trouble in college for jacking some shit in Japan.
No, that was
LiAngelo.
LiAngelo, yeah, one of them.
Even worse, I'm pretty sure he was playing semi-pro ball over there. Like, why the fuck are you stealing?
No,
shit?
it was with UCLA. They're doing like an exhibition.
Got you. That's what it was.
That's the one where Trump gave him the pardon.
That's hilarious.
Or whatever. Got him
Trump
out.
pardoned him? Well,
Yeah, or got him out. Yeah, Trump saved him. That was when, I don't know what Trump was trying to do there, but that was when he was like, he saved dude, he fucking saved what's-his-face too. Fucking ASAP.
ASAP Rocky?
Yeah, he bailed him out of Sweden.
Yeah, ASAP Rocky beat the shit out of somebody in Sweden and got arrested.
Yeah, he was like gonna go to prison for life or some shit.
Oh, yeah, he was locked up.
Donald's trying to get that black vote, dude.
That's all I'm saying.
Patty's like, nope, that's enough. That's enough political talk.
Rumor has it swayed Kamala to vote for Trump. It's the weirdest thing.
Hey,
God.
listen here. We dish it out to both sides of the political aisle evenly here at the ABA podcast. We do not
I'll show
favor
you
any
a
parties.
political aisle.
Okay.
So yeah, anyway, back to it. The NBA. Who do you guys think has a chance for MVP this year in the NBA?
Victor Wemby.
Paolo Bankero, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Luka, Wemby. Not in this order. Not in this order.
I was just like,
This is
whoa,
just
timeout here.
I'm
Like,
naming
what? I was like,
names.
fuck.
What the fuck? You didn't say rank them.
The only
man,
two names
I was like
didn't
almost
flinch
heated.
at were Luka and Wemby. The other names I flinched at every single one for some reason.
Why?
I just don't.
I
like
honestly
those
think
players.
this could be a good year for Dallas and Luka if he continues to play like he's been playing the last few years. They got Derek Lively coming in,
Yeah.
starting to play
Giannis
better.
is in the LeBron boat where it's like he'll go out and have
Yeah.
like 30, 13,
He's
5,
gonna do
and
that every
2,
year from
and then
now on.
everybody's like, yeah, well, it's not that much better than his MVP years.
Yeah,
Be like the
I'm
Kobe treatment.
hoping for
like,
Luka to be honest. I think it'd be
clearly
good.
the best.
I think this year we'll see Embiid take a step down. That's
Luka?
my big hot take.
Or
Embiid.
I
Oh.
think. Oh yeah, no.
I'm not talking
for
shit
me-
about Luka. I'm pro Luka.
No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Patty's
The
not.
Dallas
I'm trying to
Mavericks-
troll it.
No, the Dallas Mavericks. If Luka wants a legitimate chance at MVP and they want a legitimate chance to win the titles, they probably don't want to let him chase stats 40 minutes a game. He needs to be capped and load managed, if you will. I'm not saying sit out
So he's
games,
not
but
broken
maybe-
down by.
Yeah, bro, like let Kyrie
Round
carry
two.
the offense a little bit more. Let these other guys go out and develop some efficacy, not just rely on corner threes and lobs from the two superstars. Like
It'll also make
let
the
somebody
team
else
better.
handle the goddamn ball.
Yep.
Get like a campaign backup point guard on a league minimum.
Dude,
that
get
can
it
shoot
like
threes
a.
and just
Oh my
rock.
god. What's his name?
That's what this
Oh my god.
this generation of the NBA lacks is the backup point guard.
Evan
There's no
Turner.
good backup point
We
guards.
needed like an Evan Turner type of guy, or Malcolm Brogdon, a 6-man off the bench that can just
Exactly.
run the
Or like
offense.
a Jordan Clark.
I know they started him, but like a Derek White. Every team needs like a 1-2 hybrid that can run offense and shoot threes. And that's what they don't have, like a bench rotation guy.
How about they
Marcus
trade
Smart.
Kyrie straight across for D'Lo?
That's just a terrible trade for both teams. That
I
would
know.
never happen.
But it gives them their backup point guard.
It doesn't, though. You're trading a starting point guard for a starting point guard.
That's fair.
Kyrie Irving's a league maximum fucking point guard player superstar. You can't do that trade. It just doesn't exist. It doesn't happen in any universe.
And
overtime, baby. Sorry.
Yeah.
And as you guys can tell, it's early season for the Bruins. The Brews.
We suck, but we win. Oh.
We'll have another mental breakdown week 14 of the pod. Week 14.
No. We won't be breaking down until round 2 of the playoffs when we choke again.
Hell yeah. Alabama won. Wow, barely.
Wow.
Barely. 25-27.
Where
Nice, that was a good game.
See the Bruins finishing in their division?
Behind the Panthers.
What about the Leafs? Leafs are looking all right.
Not
Not scared?
They're the Leafs. Even if they finish ahead of us, we'll
Over
beat
in
them
the
in the first
Metro,
round.
we got a 3-team race between the Hurricanes, Rangers, and Devils. Who do we see coming out
I
on
think
top?
this could be the Hurricanes' year, to be honest.
They've been consistent. They had a good run last year.
Losing
I think,
Gensel's
it's
going to
about
hurt a
getting-
lot.
It's about getting pucks on ice, pucks on net, and just playing for your brothers out there.
Shots
But
on
I
goal,
think
bud. Shots on
this
goal.
could be the Sebastian Aho MVP season, low key.
What do we
I'm like,
see? Oh, that's a bold take,
or
but I like
Selke.
it.
Maybe not MVP because he needs to score a lot of points. Hockey's all about offense when it comes to MVP, but
And then in the Central,
Selke for sure.
we got ourselves a nice race between the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche, or whatever Avalanche. I know they're from Colorado.
Yeah, both those teams are awesome. I don't know. Those
the
teams
Avalanche
fucking
went
rock.
deep last year.
The Avalanche were the team that we were talking about last year, potentially just pulling it all off. I remember, I think it was between them and the Leafs that we were talking last year. Who else were we weren't talking Leafs? No, who was the other team?
Panthers.
The Panthers. There we go.
Panthers gonna win it all again.
Also, watch out for Utah over there because they added Sergachev, and that's a new
Sergachev
franchise
is
winning-
nasty, dude.
Yeah, no.
Also,
They could
Dylan
make a run.
Gunther is making the step, so we could see a Dylan. All right. Here's my hot take, and this is only because he scored 4 goals in like 2 games, and I've watched both the Utah games, and he looks disgusting. Dylan Gunther, 45 to 50 goal season. I'm just gonna say it now.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
There's
click that,
a
chat.
young hockey team that I kind of want to talk about. The Sharks.
Oh, they're still dismal, but we got some time.
Macklin Celebrini on the IR already.
Is he really?
Yeah.
What happened to him? I didn't see that.
I don't. Yeah, it happened this morning. He's out for at least 7 games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Celebrini
But you all got
he looked good.
dude Celebrini, Eklund, and Will Smith all on one team is going to be so disgusting in 3 to 4 years. It's going to be not fair.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Not fair.
Ooh, lower body injury. That never sounds good.
Yeah, it might be like an ankle or something. I wasn't watching the whole game,
Ankle,
so I.
knee, hip flexor, hip pointer. It could be so many things,
Yeah.
bro.
Usually lower bodies, like if it was an ankle, they just say ankle usually.
Hockey, they just say
hockey,
lower
no,
upper.
bro. They just
They don't give you any info.
That's dirty
You never
connects.
let them know you're hurt. If you can go, you go.
Yeah, I think the disappointing team of the season will be the Vancouver Canucks. That you say.
I could see that. I mean, the Oilers too lost a little bit of talent. Who'd they lose? I think they lost.
I think they lost Kane.
They lost Broberg and Holloway.
Yeah. But dude, I mean,
But yeah, I mean, Oilers,
Canucks lost
Canucks,
Lindholm.
Kings. The Golden Knights could have a resurgence, bro. Like that
Dude, they
division's
looked-
wide open at the top, and
they
you know,
looked so fucking good against the Avalanche their opening night.
They haven't
they-
looked like a terrible team since they've moved to Vegas, or since they've been created in Vegas. Sorry,
They've been a cup. They won the cup in 23, dude.
That's what I'm saying, like,
fucking
they-
nasty.
they have
Yeah,
not
that's what
looked
I'm saying.
bad.
They could have
Winning,
that
they know.
resurgence. They could come back like that, bro.
Have they even had a losing season since
No.
being a franchise? I don't think they have.
I don't think they have either. I
Flex.
And they're going to keep winning.
Some.
They have Jack Eichel, dude. That guy's not losing games.
dude, it's
yeah,
a culture
I mean-
they're creating, and like it's gonna create a dynasty. I think 10 years down the road, they could be looking at like creating dynasties with the winning culture they bring to that team.
They're going to be they're a grindy team.
It's
They're
crazy.
never going to have like the flashiest guys, but they're always going to be in it.
Yeah, and I know we talk about like Vegas a lot being like a distraction and stuff, and like we're watching the Raiders just become a losing culture team there. Like it's it's crazy to see that they start a hockey team there and right off the bat winning culture. That's going to be the team that defines Vegas in the sense of the sports world.
This is what happens when the city embraces you. The city doesn't embrace the Raiders, dude.
Right.
The Raiders were a losing culture before they got there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you got the A's going there too with the losing culture and being the farm system for the MLB. And the mayor straight up came out and said, hey guys, like, you need to try and work it out in Oakland before I approve building plans. Like, you are not a Vegas team. You are, like, what defines you in the past is what defines you, and you are a West Coast on the Bay type team, and you need to try and work that out before we say yes, which is crazy to me. And that was, I think, politely just saying we don't want losing culture here. Like, look at
it's essentially saying you're not like us,
right? And so, outside of the fight game, I think that the Vegas Knights have made Vegas a hockey city versus, an other sports city, which is pretty cool. Obviously, the NFL always make their presence known and bring people to it. 6-3 now. Cleveland's up. Looks like...
I think the thing that really kind of aligns with this, right? Like, Vegas, I don't think, would be a good summer sport place, especially for baseball, like, unless it's a dome arena, right?
It has to be a dome.
And so, like, it's just the complexities of building that, the draw.
And domes aren't that as fun to be in.
Like, in the summer, like, is somebody actually going to go in the middle of the day, because there's a lot of those, dog days of summer baseball games, sit in Vegas for 2 hours? It just doesn't fit it, right? Like, whereas hockey, it's more of a nighttime, like, there are day games, especially when the playoffs rolls around, but it's more of like a night game. There's more days between games.
It's also
it's more of an exciting event.
I was gonna say a regular season hockey game is just more exciting than a regular season baseball game.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. And then playoff hockey is electric,
dude.
Just
the energy.
I mean, just the energy. In a hockey arena anyway. Like, if you ever sat in a hockey arena when a fight breaks out, like, there's nothing fucking like it. I mean, it's just...
And when it's a big game?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude.
Dude, I've been to playoff basketball games. I've been to playoff baseball games. I haven't been to a playoff football game yet, but I want to go. I've been to a hockey game, and, like, just towards the end of the season hockey game where there's, like, playoff implications on the line, that beats... I was going to say beat off, but I had to pause, so...
No Diddy.
That beats the energy that I felt in a playoff game in the baseball season or a playoff basketball game. Like, just the hockey energy, dude. You see people get pissed off, they start fighting, everybody's like, yes, fuck yeah, like, let's go, like, the emotions that they show on the hockey, like, on the ice, I should say, are way beyond what any other sport would allow a player to show on the field or in the arena or whatnot, like, it's just... And that's 100%. What makes hockey a whole different sport, in my opinion. Like, it's a whole different beast.
Gladiators.
Kind of. Like, it's just an old school, rough, tough. It's still got that mentality of, like, hey, you take shit, you give shit. Like, not you take shit and you get a flag.
It's one of the few sports where the players police themselves.
Yeah.
There's actually been some... Now I'm going to sound like a nerd, but there's, like, research studies that have shown that fights actually reduce penalties and injuries because fights... don't really result in real injuries to people.
Yeah,
but they release the emotions,
you can get
and
your
there's
nose
less
broken and finish
right.
the game.
But like they've shown that like games where they don't let them fight, they actually injure each other more.
Yeah,
and like imagine if they just let them fight a little bit in football, you might actually save some people in the long run.
I don't even want to see that though. Like it's just so one side. There's all like
well,
when you see these like receivers punching DBs in the helmet like with a limp wrist, and you're like, do you really want to let these guys fight each other? Like.
Those are the fights I'm okay with, but like
in
Miles
hockey, bro,
Miles Garrett chasing down Mason Rudolph.
You just literally have two guys holding each other's necks, just hitting each other in the side of the head repeatedly, and they're just like, yeah, this is just what we do.
This is how we do
nothing wrong with this. We're just telling each other something that words can't express.
Yeah.
It's called Canadian Sign Language.
Oh, by the way, just want to throw this out there. Love the Ducks rebrand back to the old school jerseys with the orange.
They're going to be fun to watch, bro. They're going to be fun to watch.
I'm going to have to cop a Ducks jersey. Yeah, they are.
They
Seagrain's healthy, Seagrain?
Yeah, they got Carlson, Mason McTavish,
nasty.
Gauthier, dude.
They got Gauthier, and didn't they draft Bennett Senke too, or was that where did he go?
I don't think so. But don't quote me on that.
I think he. Yep, he got drafted there too, but I don't think he's playing there this year. I think he's going to be playing in the
for the animal teams
NHL.
In the NHL this year. We got the Sharks, we got the Ducks, Panthers, the Krakens,
Bruins or Bears. That's an animal.
Yeah,
Bruins. Throw that in there. We suck though.
I guess.
We suck again.
Penguins. I don't know if we can consider Blue Jackets.
Penguins going to be rough season probably.
And the Canadians.
Yeah, speaking of the Canadians, what are the Toronto Maple Leafs looking like?
Animals. Leafs, I mean,
the Leafs are a legitimate title. Yeah.
They have some of the best players. They have four of the best offensive players in hockey. You can never deny that. They just don't have a goalie.
I was going to say, defense wins championships, dude.
And they don't have enough. The problem with this is my opinion on the Leafs. The problem with the Leafs is they need those four guys, and then need the rest of the team to be power forwards, fucking fighters, grinders, big guys. And they don't. They don't have enough size, and they don't have enough big team men.
You fill them in, god dang it.
But they have four. But they have four of the best offensive players to play hockey right now. So at any time, if those guys go off in the playoffs, it's over.
Yeah,
baby girl.
You have Austin Matthews and William Nylander, dude. If those guys go off, it's just like, okay,
what pretty?
What do you stop? You can't stop that.
Right.
They're just built diffy.
Built diffy.
Well, guys, we've been going at it for about an hour and 15 minutes now.
No diddy.
I got to run. Not literally, because I'm fat. But, yeah, I got some stuff to do. Peaches wants to go on a walk.
Looking forward to the next ABA pod. We'll dissect a little bit more into hockey as we get more framework for the start of the season. We'll talk some more NFL as Week 6 pans out. And we'll see, depending how that Cleveland-Detroit series ends up, who's going to be the victor. We already had our predictions for, Mets-Dodgers. Exciting things going on. Start of the hockey season, start of the NBA
We will be
season,
arguing about Lamar Jackson next week.
We always do. Maybe I won't like him next week. Who knows? Find out on the next episode of ABA.
If his goddamn cards weren't worth like $250 a piece, it wouldn't be sitting on my desk.
Oh my god, $250 just for a Lamar card? He must be ass.
This is like a nothing card, but it's worth like $250, bro. I swear to God.
And that's what I'm telling you. Maybe he's good.
Yeah, maybe I should get it graded and see if it's worth more, but who knows? Anyway, it's been fun. ABA podcast. Catch us on whatever platforms we're on. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Twos.